Cardiff in the snow, and I feel like I've been transported back 100 years to a picturesque Edwardian street scene.
The Edwardian period was an age of a certain sophistication. Houses became rather eclectic by design, but generously sized and elegant.
The start of Edward's reign in 1901 brought a lightness unseen in Victorian times. Cities like Cardiff had grown rich on industry, creating a huge expansion in home building.
This impressive villa was one of many built on land owned by the Marquis of Bute.
Cardiff was a coal capital, and coal was sort of the oil of its day, and there were more millionaires in Cardiff than almost anywhere else in the world.
And are there still more millionaires in Cardiff than anywhere else in the world?
No, I think pretty much after the First World War that stopped.
Across the country, new trams and better railways extended housing out of the cities. Most people rented rather than bought, but homes were designed with prospective tenants in mind, and large or small, they all conveyed a comfortable air of prosperity. Balconies and porches came back into fashion with intricate woodwork and impressive entrances.
Wider plots meant that you could have windows next to the front door, which would illuminate massive halls with elaborate features such as the staircase and the beautiful tiled floor.
You'll find the same Edwardian features across the whole range of homes. Designs and details were simply scaled up or down in size to fit the particular properties. So this large villa shares a familiar interior look from semis and even terraced houses from the period.
Just wandering around the house, one of the things that's striking is the fireplaces.
They're very strange. They're nowhere near as grand as the Victorian fireplaces would have been. They're very mixed styles. You'll get in the same fireplace, you'll get an Art Nouveau hood with very traditional Victorian tiles. Some very bright colours that perhaps you wouldn't have had earlier.
I guess that's what makes it distinctively Edwardian, that very eclectic pattern book approach to making things.
I think they would have just had a pattern book and gone through and said, I'll have one of those and one of those. I like that. I like the fact that you can see somebody's taste.
Sunlight and expensive simplicity is what the Edwardians wanted. Victorian houses were thought to be dark and cluttered, too stuffy and fussy. Edwardian homes had bigger rooms but less of them, with simpler decoration that didn't collect so much dirt and dust.
There was ideas coming in about healthiness and that sort of idea coming through. So it was the start of a more modern approach to living.
King Edward reigned from 1901 to 1910, but the style that took his name was developing before he came to the throne and continued after he died. Opulent, eclectic, solid, Edwardian was the style that got the 20th century underway.